First question, an analog voltage in the range 0 to 8 volt is divided in 16 equal interval for conversion to 4-bit digital output. The maximum condensation error is. So first we have to define the values given in that question. First one is range. So this one is dynamic range. So the dynamic range, that is equal to 8. That is 0 to 8 volt. So the range is 8 volt. Okay, then number of levels here is 16 equal intervals. So number of levels is 16. So the formula for finding the condensation error, that is equal to step size divided by 2, and we can find step size using the formula dynamic range divided by 2 to the power that output length. Here this is 4-bit digital output. So L is equal to 4. So length is 8 and dynamic range is 8 and L is 4. So 2 to the power 4. So we will get 8 divided by 16. So the answer del value is 0.5. Del value is 0.5. So from that we can find condensation error, that is del divided by 2. So 0.5 divided by 2, we will get 0.25 volt in volt. So here the answer is C, 0.25 volt. Next question, compression in PCM refers to relative compression of. So in PCM, the compress the data at the transmitter side and expand the same data at the receiver side. So in PCM, we compress the data at transmitter side and expand the same data at the receiver side. So so the compression in PCM refer to the relative compression of higher signal amplitudes. So higher signal amplitudes, the PCM perform that compression and expansion. So it expand at the receiver side and compression performed in the transmitter side. So PCM refers to relative compression of higher signal amplitudes. So here the answer is E. So third question, the line code that has 0 DC component for pulse transmission of random binary data is. And here these are the coding techniques. And alternate mark inversion, AMI code has 0 DC component for pulse transmission of random binary data. So here the answer is C, alternate mark inversion, AMI. It has 0 DC component for pulse transmission of random binary data. So answer here is C. Fourth question, the signal to condensation noise ratio in an n-bit PCM system. And signal to condensation noise ratio, the equation noise ratio, that is equal to in dB, that is equal to 1.76 plus 6n. Okay, normally that is equal to 3 by 2 into 2 to the power 2 power n, and taking logarithm we will get this as a result, 1.76 plus 6n. So this is directly proportional to this n value. So yes, this signal to condensation noise ratio increases with n value. So here the answer is increasing with increasing value of n. So here the answer is C. Fifth question, a PCM system is to have a signal to noise ratio of 40 dB. The signals are speech and an RMS to peak ratio of minus 10 dB is allowed for. The number of bits per code word is. So we have to find n value. The formula for finding n, that is signal to noise ratio in dB, that is equal to 4.77 plus k, peak value, plus 6.02 n, and this is come from this equation 2 power n, and taking logarithm we will get this value. and we know the signal to noise ratio value, that is 40 dB. So 40 is equal to 4.77 and K value, peak value is minus 10 dB and plus 6.02 N. So we will get N, that is equal to 40 minus 4.77 plus 10, and N is equal to 40 minus 4.77, that is 50 minus 4.77 divided by 6.02. We will get 7.5, that is approximately equal to 8 bits. So here the answer is C. Sixth question, if the number of bits per sample in a PCM system is increased from n to n plus 1, the improvement in signal to condensation noise ratio will be. And as I said earlier, the condensation to noise ratio, that is equal to 1.76 plus 6n, and this is for normal case. N for n size, this is the equation. Now this is increased, and this, consider this one is normal case for n case, and the signal to noise ratio when n is increased to n plus 1, so this become 1.76 plus 6 n plus 1. So we will get 1.76 plus 6 n plus 6. So now we have to find the difference. So this minus n minus s by n plus 1. So we will get 1.76 plus 6n minus 1.76 minus 6n minus 6. So this term will cancelled, and we will get 6, that is dB in dB 6 dB. Okay, so condensation noise ratio will be 6 dB. So answer is C. Seventh question, the bandwidth required for the transmission of PCM signal increases by a factor dash when the number of condensation level is increased from 4 to 64. So we know that bandwidth, that is equal to n into Fm, where n is the number of bits in the PCM code. N is the number of bits in the PCM code, and Fm is the signal bandwidth. So Fm is the signal bandwidth. So here n, the finding n using that formula, that is log 2 L. So L is the condensation level. So here n is equal to log 2. The 4 can be written as 2 to the power 2. So this is equal to 2. Similarly, this, consider this one is n1 and this one is n2, means log 2, and 64 can written as 2 to the power 6. So here the answer is 6, because log 2 is equal to 1. So this power 2 to the power 2 can be written as 2 log 2 2. So that is equal to 2. Similarly, this log 2 to power 6 is equal to 6. So now we have to find the increment factor. So n2 divided by n1. So using this 64, this becomes 6, and for 4 that is equal to 2. So this gives the answer as 3. So the PCM signal increases by a factor of 3 times when the number of condensation level is increased from 4 to 64. So here the answer is B. Eighth question, in a PCM system, if the code word length is increased from 6 to 8 bits, the signal to condensation noise ratio improves by a factor. So first, this signal to noise ratio directly proportional to 2 to the power 2n. So here n is the number of bits in the PCM code. So considering first case, this is equal to 6. So 2 power 2 into 6, that is equal to 2 power 12. Similarly, in second case, it is increased to 8 bit. So 2 into 8. So in this case, 2 power 16. So we have to find the ratio. So 2 divided by 1. So we will get 2 power 16 divided by 2 power 12. So we will get 2 power 4. and 2 power 4 value is 16. So here the signal to quantization noise ratio improves by the factor 16. B is the answer. Ninth question, baseband communication link frequencies up to 3500 Hz are used for signaling using a raised cosine pulse with 75% excess bandwidth, and for no intersimple interference, the maximum possible signaling rate in simples per second is simple per second. So here this frequency that is equal to 3500 Hz, and using a raised cosine pulse with 75% excess bandwidth. So now it increased to 75%. So the bandwidth now increased by 75%, that is equal to 0.75 into 3500. We will get 2625 Hz, and this is the excess bandwidth. So now we get 2625 Hz as a excess bandwidth, and minimum bandwidth required is, and this is a minimum bandwidth required, that is equal to RB divided by 2. Here RB is the data rate. This RB is the data rate. So we know we have to find the data rate here. So the question, we have to find the data rate. So from this equation, this RB, that is data rate, is equal to 2 into bandwidth, minimum required bandwidth. And now the minimum required bandwidth, that is the excess bandwidth, due to that 75%, it become 2625 Hz. So this RB value now 2 into 2625. So the answer here is 5250 Hz. So this is the data rate. So that is 5250. So answer here is D. 10th question, in a PCM system, the signal m of t is equal to sin 100 pi t plus cos 100 pi t is sampled at the Nyquist rate. The samples are processed by a uniform quantizer with step size 0.75 volt. The minimum data rate of the PCM system in bits per second is, and as we said earlier, that RB, that is data rate, that is equal to 2 into bandwidth, and here bandwidth is nothing but the maximum available frequency rate, that is equal to Nyquist rate. And here Nyquist rate, you can find the Nyquist rate, that is greater than or equal to 2 into Fs. Okay, so by solving that, we will get 2 pi fmt is equal to 100 pi, and we will 100 pi t, and we will get fm is equal to 50, and from that we can find Nyquist rate. Otherwise you can directly take this value, maximum value, and here both are 100, so the maximum value is 100. So the Nyquist rate is 100 Hz. So the data rate, otherwise bits per second, that is equal to 2 into 100. So the answer is 200 bits per second. So answer here is B.